Ebusana penso ya ma wachi ama wakwaba o hwen live wa Adom TV so otie enka wasempa 94.7 FM enne August bosom ne de to so aduonu baako the 21st of August 2021 enne me de do say ya na Nnawotwi nya abope na Nnawotwi dwumadie ena ye de don hwere mienu a esi anim Fiscal bra kom se nundu ebebo no ye de sa dwumadie ye de bra dwumadie yi so ena ensem a edi akotene Nnawotwi mu ni nyina no ye yi ne ehuhia se esan so gibre na yesan so atwetwe ho enkomo ntia na pay kan ho wabra di dwumadie ye di free 355 Fanofa Street here in Kokomlemle ye di dwumadie ye di free the brewo. We are also live on Facebook and do to me join here our Facebook meeting the Chief Jerry Forson on behalf of my production team mame mo bibia akwa badamenda was so afidie no e da Empire FM na fei Adom TV Nnawotwi asemo baako a edi akotene pa ewo kasafidie ahodo ene de bonkrata ahodo eye agenda 111 yebeka ya afie twemu update number 8 Abraham Ampani His Excellency Nana Adonai Akufo-Addo or the COVID-19 update emayen ena wadi 2 just say aban no aboni trimupo say obesi health facilities 88 that was the initial figure afi ebibeki ka home afi akojina 111 health facilities if you afi twemu abepema afi ye ka say na yehunu ba akokra enso nyame ncha de ebena de twemu ena sede omampani edi dwumadie fronko ma fei dwumadie no omche say ye hya ase ankasa eno achi minority raises several issues press conferences upon press conferences eno akra afoforo ebetodwa mejebre na fi makenkan edi amount omche say sika 600 million Ghana cedis bia afi etwemu omampani anasa ban ebodin during the budget statement say 600 million in there and no akoshe agenda 111 ni mu no say sika no ewe henfa because agenda 111 ye ka say ye hunu hu bibia aside dwumadia koso na otwe ana brand etwam ya no into minority a bisa in some bebre na fe iyahwe there are already some abundant projects bi ohonoma ebinum so cry raise issues say sika ise ka de ko shemu a ka bi anka beboa pa ananso so ebia ayaresa bia hodo bi wo ho a wamo so mu hia se edi sika ehyemu na fe ye pejam kakra ni nyina nka yade a ebeboa na pe ye begibre na fe yahwe saa ensem no na yetimi ebobo mu we'll be looking into the various projects already coalition of NGOs omo the figure bia beto abonten the number of abundant projects are ye ka say ewo ho enu asem akwa na pe ye betwetwe ho nkomo ne etoso mienu St. Monica's College of Education kwesiade etwami wamo chaplain Reverend Father Obin Labi enfiano wa fifi school fo ya no tese wode bo o mabaso esanso o mabo o homoden ensem no abeye ho democrat ahoduom na enra wode achaupa edebae ye hwe se enye honko a na fe ye hwe other institutions near ekoso akyerɛkyerɛfo ne school fo ntamu ene na etete sa na fe ye bisa how do we curb these issues ni nyina no yensem anapɛ yebegibre na fe ya twetwe ho enkomo bidin the Chief Jerry Forson me koba meda abejafo a me no mba bedi dwuman edi akyerɛw Yama kwa baby Adom TV sunu na Nnawotwi dwumadie ne de bre wo midin the Chief Jerry Forson and apensam yenu egu apon so medikan atete ni the amount that but on the issue of agenda 111 and minority one more understanding of 600 million Ghana cedis no baby a ewo potin enra one more also friends some phone share mu one more raise questions bebre meji brana fe marking kind one more release am de buy no honorable kwabna minta kando ranking member on the select committee on health on an sa ehase na fe ye a abedafo am ne omo ebedi enkomo baako edikan translate da ye hwe de oka ho enso so enimia de enkomo no ahihye so 20th August 2021 for immediate release minority statement on the missing 600 million Ghana cedis from the consolidated fund since 2020. The minority in parliament has read with utmost shock and alarm a press statement issued by the Ministry of Finance in response to its recent call for accountability for an amount of 600 million released or utilized in 2020 for the management of Agenda 111 projects. Although the statement in itself did not address the entirety of concerns raised in our press statement regarding the sufficiency of allocations, the appropriacy of the implementing agency, Office of the President, and the propriety of procurement methods leading to the award of contracts. We find the explanations on the 600 million Ghana cedis expenditure rather bizarre, to say the least. The statement is alarming in that it raises even more concerns about the chain of custody of the 600 million allocated for Agenda 111 projects. We therefore put forward a few questions. 1. Did government release 600 million Ghana cedis for the Agenda 111 in 2020 as per the Ministry of Finance's statement? And when did this happen? Why was this not captured in the 2021 budget? 2. Which agency of government is implementing Agenda 111? And is that agency different from the agency holding custody of funds for the same projects? Why? 3. Are funds purported to be lodged at the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund meant for investment management, or they are lodged there to be made available for the implementing agency on demand? 4. Assuming that funds have been released for Agenda 111 project, what has been the chain of custody of the funds since they left the consolidated account at the Bank of Ghana? 5. Can government, without releasing funds from the Bank of Ghana to the implementing agency, admit to having released same and present same to Parliament and the people of Ghana? Government's communication and explanations to a rather unfortunate conclusion that government is hiding the truth about the 600 million Ghana cedi expenditure, and from all contradictions, it may be that the 600 million is missing. In view of the above, we call on the Auditor General to immediately constitute an audit team involving the services of a reputable international audit firm, such as PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, to immediately audit the process leading to the supposed transfer and the expenditure of the 600 million between the Ministry of Finance, the Comptroller and Accountants General's Department, the Bank of Ghana, the Ministry of Health, and the Office of the Chief of Staff, to ascertain the veracity of the claims of the Ministry of Finance. We also wish to serve a notice that if the Auditor General fails to act within 2 weeks, we will have no option than to start the processes of collecting enough signatures from members of Parliament to trigger a recall of Parliament so that a committee of Parliament can investigate the missing 600 million from the consolidated fund. Signed, Kwabena Minta Akando MP, MP for Dwaboso and ranking member on the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health. Like I said, clearly, no, say, you may want to offer. Still, no minority. They have doubt. In Shemaba, maybe a 600 million, no, a war nearby Edia. But reading through their press release, you know, and seeing one mutrim, one would almost say scano, I hear one system, and I'm more call it, say, Controller and Accountant General, 1 year na fee, one power with Jaku, no one should be a 600 million, no. Aquacoshe, my member, opinion, nobody can, but member Nakwa nothing, Meneno and share and command us. Sense on what by Mukrano to be very important. And in the best here, Honorable Dennis Miracles Abuadi, a former municipal chief executive, Equiapem North Municipal Assembly. On what the car transfer, yes, Alaji Mohammed Naziru, who is a member of the NDC communications team, on also super account, Nafi, Yadin Commando Atwas. But stay with us for our comment to Facebook, Nafi, NJ Bernier Kenkai, and from Adom TV on Facebook, Asempa 94.7 FM on Facebook. Honorable Akwaba. Bibi Aboko there.
Divine selection count there,
I thought they didn't come off the country, but I want to say it. Now, we'll be able to minority for release, you know. Promise of Agenda 111 about last year, but you've given several explanations. Now, if you understand, yeah, answer, no, near feasibility studies, yeah, draw plans near your way, into a fee and our shots here. The delay, and my GDI, what was our project in the mono, and yeah, be Dennis.
See, but I say, the kind make ya a helpful now. Make ya a Capim North MPP Funina Monday, a Kwakoye constituency delegates conference.
Annual Monday. Okay.
And see a bomb pie saying Uncle my in super. Anyhow, they need to be in yes, I do mediano in free hall. Now, CJ being baby, I'm in for free. Se me incofer the background number se me and the but the mechanic say you were 2020 no you share sa COVID-19 ya born a friend of pandemic we are see afa na nyina a TC1 a day we are seeing ba on its knees na pandemic no the edikan be mfe oha echi a yenhie bi we are see muda almost about 1920 thereabouts I share Spanish flu here, and also now ETC. And for about 100 years, now we are here for the global health system has not been tested to this limits. And see, Emma, my mind be who say no, there are fundamental challenges be in your health system. Nice to say, generation is gonna pay. Okay, baby to say Italy. Edu baby mpono na omompane hospitals nyina yema nti at some point de emraba say wa obenya critical condition from the COVID virus a obeba hospital wedi above a certain age, I think 60 or 70 years above no you beja wato nchen na ya homo younger, you remember? And similar regulations came for other countries because empire hospitals are yema ventilators they keka hunina ayema enti na some of them ba they were stretched edu baby countries like Nigeria and even the UK at some point now almost see makeshift health facilities parks and gardens to hold some of these COVID patients. Clearly yes why you Ghana yes you here there me as MC I remember very well it's for me one of the most challenging moments for me during my tenure as MC, because here we are with a pandemic, a virus that is going wild. Now, I feel best around the panel. You say, you have cases 20, 30. Okay, March, April, May, June. Now, you have cases 10 crowd district, a big deal. And yet, the this are patients he be at some point, now you have guest houses. At some point, you pay secondary schools. Okay, do baby cry. Any GS going your classes. Almost from schools in my yes, you be used to.
There were certain schools are almost
some communities even demonstrated near there. Why did we get to that point? We got to that point because it drew some papers who said no. Say on minor cry you need hospitals and health facilities enough to be able to hold the population. And see, all of us came to an awareness as a country saying no, there's something fundamentally wrong with our infrastructure. And no, in the April 2020, in one of his addresses during the pandemic,
I think update number 8.
Yes, and say, this is what we have identified as a people. And we are struggling. At that point, we're even begging hotels, to use as quarantine and holding centers near there. And we have identified about 88 districts. 88 districts are in the hospital. And I'll tell you what, every district has an emergency public health management committee. What it means is that when we are the head of the district, you have a responsibility of security, health, education, everything about the people within your jurisdiction. And yet, you don't have a hospital of your own. And so what's your now we'll take a decision. We'll bound for a breed. South. Now we need hospital. We'll take a decision. So the man for New Year. How do you go to hospital? Be we can North now. Or break North for more how any problem is somewhere they almost solving. And then the man who say, "You were district 88 here. Almost don't need hospitals, but it is critical. It is essential. Say Every district in Ghana should have a hospital because one of the reasons in Tia district, is to deepen development within that jurisdiction and for our population. How is it, say, Yetuminya, a population of about 100,000 CG? Omuni ayarasa bi omukum 100,000. Oko, and I'll give you a case in point. From Medina, which is Lanquantanai Municipal Assembly. Now called Denta Municipal Assembly in Boa. If you are Denta Municipal Assembly, now called Kiapim South, which is a Brie. If you are Kiapim South, now Bami Kiapim North. If you are Kiapim North, now called Cray. If you are now called New Jabin, which is New Jabin North and New Jabin South. 7 districts. CJ, would you believe, say, these 7 districts, they have only 1 district hospital serving this whole area? One. Which is the Tekwashe Memorial Hospital. Kiapim South has no district hospital. The whole of Adenta has no district hospital. Almighty Medina, with such a huge population, has no district hospital. Okre, District Assembly has no district hospital. New Jabin, South and North, they have no district hospitals. In fact, the only hospital in Okufodiano is a regional hospital.
Yeah.
So this is what happens. When we say a health structure, you have chief's compounds. A horn, malaria, ne fever, ne ade. Yanji the parkrant ho, Emma denche. Ideally, if you had our health centers, now if you call our polyclinic, now about district hospitals. What the district hospitals does, and I said, near health centers need to me handle. Be a surgery, be X-ray, be alcohol. Yeah. And see, for sad district here, Mabobo, Muni, Bini, I say, on my phone, they struggle to have access to quality healthcare.
And I believe that no crowd pressure about the
that was the next point I'm making. And then no question. So for the original hospital. Regional hospital and I say by now almost specialist cases. Obi kidney bi, obi na emwebu, yebubu esi eto ye boni ehihye ma no. Obi enya liver infection bi esi eto ye bona nka ye manage no. Obekọ no na regional hospital na ye ma ye hwe malaria. Ye hwe tipaye. So what you say? Ye hwe akwala bi a ode konku etwa ne nsa a yesese ye pam eden ema no because only district hospital e won portable ho a ankode be kọ na nka quickly eden ya stitch ye ma no eden no wakofi nti wakọ na regional hospital. It affects the quality of service delivery no cry regional hospital. Nti oko is regional. Bebe na beka you go there dey oko ha dey say kuku. You know why they say that? It is because hospital no burdened with niema enye omo mandate. Nti no omo quality of service delivery no confirm. Tetakwashi all the way from Medina to Adenta, sweeping all through Ebri, any okre, any kofoiri nyina eba Tetakwashi Memorial Hospital as a district hospital, which ideally is supposed to serve just about 100,000. It's serving more than that number. Sa adiwi in the 88 hospitals are doing pone about man.
But promising about somewhere in April, and it's over a year now. Let
me explain to you.
Yes.
Let me explain to you. You want some people see district hospital. We hear a certain minimum acreage of land. Ideally, I'm sure you don't need anything less than 20 acres, okay, or even more, to be able to develop a proper, facility. You need to go and look for the land. You need to be able to, first of all, go to the district. District chief executive, any penny for, should scout within the area. There are 2 scenarios here. Assassinate be ebusu ebidia. Ebusu ane se yebe mamu. Ebu ambeko na krowura ohendia, ohen se yebe mamu. Ebusu ambeko no district bi wo assassinate bi ni ho. This abandon kasa Fiscal ko yeden ekokoto. Unyi assassinate wi enso ensiye. Ese wo ye assassinate ho nkrata. Ese wo ye surveying. We prepare our site plans, making sure say all the necessary land documentation to really come into custody of your friends a project answer this and the letter better say okay I be no say Mr. President and as a health minister yes saka asase e be 30 acres na nanom dia mayen e ho krata ni afa de betumi de ayeden e de adwuma on saka wia answer oba be start procurement processes. The reason is that oba me area asase a obetumi de si e be 3 bedrooms e wo ekwapem north no the same asase no e wo e be Adenta. Basically differently. because adenta land no obekọ na flat nti bia a one story na ye siesi so na ye wie ba obekọ afem no ta asase ne tizei eti plan e bia wo besi ewo adenta no wo sha ase se wo si dan we afem no ta ebesesa eti you always have to make sure that you have your land available. Then you marry it with architecture drawings and sawako into procurement. This happened in April 2020. We are in 2021. Timeline beer have not been missed.
Okay, but
unless say who name a coin faswa ye this dying. Now one kasa wo personal project impu. Say wo share say one kasa wo personal project impu person wo si. Na fe na wo kwakwato asase. Na oba your drawing. Na what contractor. Na what materials impu a. Enumpo how many months as we to me then. So we are on schedule.
Okay, but aside these reasons, Obinso Becca said, "Omampeni this promise a buy and wape." I mean, it was met with some criticisms because already there are several abundant health facilities. A buy and one na manfo fiase no muso jagu abandon so no. And ka wo be share 88 hospitals ase. What is health no ekoko wie these abundant projects are and come you say bebo apa eno kwa ka ho in terms of mampani or train and ask kakra afianto no say afi no akona wie we winning election and afi then the road is clear for the government to tackle this project. That argument of dealing with abundant project but doesn't it still hold?
It's
miracle.
It's neither here nor there. And I'll explain to you.
It's neither here nor there.
Yes.
Okay,
you. CG. Yen kamo bian to say ye ni and another drunk kufado. Ye ni project be a friend of abandoned project. Let's put it in proper context. An abandoned project. Project be a oye. And the edru baby na weja ato and say being interested in him. May yes our project, may have a home for him. That is an abandoned project. Okay. But you see, each of the projects that you inherited from the NDC government, none of them have been abandoned. Each of those projects, none of them have been abandoned. Each of those projects were at various stages of implementation. And you see, we have come out to give updates on each of those projects. And see, your job as a citizen, and your job as a journalist or a media house is to go and verify whether the status we have given to each of these projects are right or not. I have the entire list here.
Okay, Meba.
This is the entire list of all the projects that we inherited. Let me, and the status of all of them.
My source, my jaw online. There's a story here. Let me just quickly run through that story. 53 abandoned, uncompleted health facilities discovered. The coalition of NGOs in health says it has uncovered about 53 health projects across the country, left unattended to since the assumption of the Nana Akufo-Addo-led administration. According to its chairman, Dr. Gabriel Benaku, the number of abandoned projects represents the coalition's latest data as of April 29, 2020. And to quote him, I say, as at 12 noon, my regional representatives are able to give me at least 53 health facilities, either completed and not commissioned or abandoned halfway. How do you respond to this? Say under this government?
It's false.
Wow.
Yes. And that is why I have told you, sometimes, say, reportage, story, we should do the good people of Ghana some good by ensuring we give them the details and the facts surrounding the issue. This is a very sensational story. I'll give you yours. List of the projects that you inherit here in year. How do you define an abandoned project? When you gave the story, what you should have done is to list all those projects and tell us, me call call for not teaching hospital. Now, maternity ward now, I see what 45 years ago, no, and that's what
is the current state of Formina?
No, please, let me make my point. Let me make my point. You call, now it's here. Now you could be saying, you say, I buy at watching in the last 12 months, and I say 14 months, and I say 24 months, I buy Honda. Then you can be interrogating the issue. I am telling you today on this your platform, it is a complete falsehood. There are no 53 abandoned projects. Every single project that we inherited in 2017, including project that are buying a from 45 years ago, have been touched. A friend is a It had been abandoned for 45 years, and then we say it's completed. We are done. How do you call it, say, abandoned project at all? Number 2, you're publishing a document here, from My Joy Online, from the Ministry of Health. They say My Joy Online, published by the Ministry of Health of the Republic of Ghana, giving you all the list of projects that we inherited and their status. Why haven't you quoted that? Why don't you mention this to the people of Ghana?
Okay, but then say it has been touched. Almost all facilities have been touched there. What does it mean? How do you define it?
A project that is ongoing.
Is it completed and in use? Because that's what the ordinary Ghanaian wants to hear.
CJ, you see, let's put the argument in context, and I will not allow anybody to run away from this, including the CSO. A project that has not been completed is not an abandoned project. Simple logic. A project that has not been completed is not necessarily an abandoned project. Do you agree? Do you agree? Me see dying. Me see dying. Me no can say me see dying. Me dying na me see no. Edu lentil level. E dying no answer na me can say me wie no. Na just say my boss wa paint ni ade nyina share windows. Atali mu akotene mu. Edu lentil level. And now me no can say workers e wo ho. Nso e to e wo mountains. Into workers ntumi an yedwuma. Omko fie. E kina wo ko ho akotwa picture. Obaye no, we say then it's abandoned project ba kuni.
Okay.
Project no, me gusu ameye. How do you define it as an abandoned project?
Okay,
do you agree with me?
Do you agree? I agree.
Good.
I agree. But say na me do call Formina District Hospital. Now you could do ho you could say ne ho no afu. Emma and hunters no mo call nkusibo ewoma. How do you define that project? Is it an abandoned
Formina? Once I to say Formina efua. The first thing you should do is first of all go and pick the project implementation schedule and ask yourself, say, and here fan you do a project do. Na dey party na ma project no. Me no can say
you are here.
I will not be. I will not be able to.
Us.
You see,
do us some good.
No, I would not be able to pick all the projects that we inherited one by one and take you through it. If you give me the time, I'll do it. I'll be here. Me fa for me na pe me fa ni nyina na mo bobo ma. You spend the time na fa ni nyina.
Okay.
You cannot pick all of them.
Me fa
ni nyina atrewo. Me fa ni one by one. I won't pick only for me na. I will pick including the ones that we met 45 years ago and we done it. Into my bobo ma time. Because you see, the pick and choose of isolated issues to cloud all the issues are the things that we are doing to ourselves as a people. And to be fair, you have 53 projects. 53 projects. When we say, Nina, air cost, but could be the Okoy, I say, a food do. Into a chest be a jar to hatch it. When beside one specific reason a year assigned to that project. Over our story. We say abandoned project 53. Meanwhile, in your heart of heart, you know say it is a lie. Say 53 projects have been abandoned. Now, it is one project that you saw say, I say, why do we do this to ourselves as a people? Why? You see that anytime I raise this issue, and I've done it in the last 3-4 days, anytime I raise the issue of falsehood about abandoned projects, then I would see some people try to pick 1 or 2 issues. Yes, there are some specific projects there were challenges with it. The Minister of Health even said it at the press briefing. For example, on my example with, I think, one of these, is it Shama? One of the Vamed projects. Yes, Shama.
In Kwanzaa.
Yes, I will explain.
Yes,
one Shama of the Vamed projects. And he told you, and he explained, he said, listen, the project was initiated last year, was supposed to have been worked on last year. But we all know, say, because of the pandemic in Europe, Vamed, which is supposed to be the contractor to execute this project, is an European company. And the workers, and then the materials, and then the logistics, they are not in Europe. We have challenges with sea freight. We have challenges with logistics moving from Europe, in and out of Europe. And obviously, it meant that some of these companies have been shut down from their base. Obviously, it meant that we're going to miss the timelines to the execution of this project. And I don't know what you have done to the people of Ghana is that what for specific case, and I will be sir, and then the minister said, listen, we think that now things have settled down, things have gone down a bit, and so the contractor would not be able to mobilize and come to Shama and all these places and come to work. Does that mean that we have 53 abandoned projects? The Comfort Teaching Hospital, they see 45 years. If you are champion Bresoro, I buy and car abandoned projects and one. The minister in the last press release gave us a list. 597-bed University of Ghana Hospital Phase 1. You buy see a baby. You buy any in
let's see a Kumawu hospital count.
I'm mentioning Nama. I will take my time and go through all of them.
Yes, because I want to know. Because
Tamale, Tamale, it was started in 2015. It was supposed to be completed in 2018. It has been completed and handed over. Is that an abandoned project? Is that the project that we abandoned? Yeah. Were 10 polyclinics that were started in January 2016. They were supposed to be completed in 2018. They had been completed as at August 2018 and handed over 10 polyclinics. Are they not projects that we inherited? Are they abandoned? 597 is a University of Ghana Teaching Hospital Phase 1. It was supposed to have been completed in 2016. And now look at the project at war. There were 5 polyclinics here. And what your friend is saying, Greater Accra Region, Obojo Kaho, Ashama, Botiano, Uduma, Sege. Now can see in February 2019. I shall say January 2017. They have been completed as at May 2019. Are they abandoned? Here, there were Aerojet projects. Construction of 2 regional and 6 district Aerojet projects. Adenta, Madina then was relocated to Kwabenya. Kifupras, Okonongo, Udumase, and Soko, Tepa, Salaga. They started in 2014. About my webu. Now can anticipate this year, in 2020. Me no can say you go so projects because there were challenges with project implementation in 2020. Does it mean that we cannot to start project we ma abandon na Kofanoche Hospital expansion of the radiotherapy and nuclear center? It was started in March 2012. For 8 years. That project was not completed. It was expected to say it will be completed in 2020. Me no can say you do about 90 to 95%. Is it an abandoned project?
Okay.
It is that's how to say project CEO. Not say ya boss and I am painting and I am. It doesn't necessarily mean say it is an abandoned project. But I'll give you an abandoned project. An example of an abandoned project. Any project I ever better in 2017. Confirmation maternity and see what fi achieve upon breast. 45 years. That is a project you can call as an abandoned project. Let's do ourselves some good as a people.
Okay. Miracles. Unse adwuma ye your name, your listeners, and omanfo ne any omoye. Enti obobo so e emrebeba e be phone lines no. Say we bang any of these facilities we will give you the chance to call. Just tell us, give us the picture. Sa facility hospital no ehim fa na eduro na fe mama hospitals be obo. Mama last one afi me.
Obo Kumewu.
Yes.
Obo Fomina. There was Dodowa. Some group of projects, they were part of a group of projects. Okay. They were part of a 7 district hospital with integrated system.
What is the current state?
Dodowa Eyewie. Fomina about 72%. 60% at Kumewu.
Fomina about 72%.
Yes.
Why
35?
72%.
Work, Ministry of Health. It is on your website.
Yes.
I'm going to say, work has currently stalled, awaiting approval for extension of the loan agreement. Even this update is outdated. Even this update.
Is this on Fomina?
No.
Fomina
on this set of projects.
Okay.
On this set of projects. Even this update, Crampo, is outdated. Because I check Accra. I'm sure some know can say Crampo. No. Some progress has been made on this extension agreement and what have you. CS now Kokoto says 7 projects here are standing. And could be saying one. There were some encumbrances on the agreement. Ministry no Asha say or Modi Hujuma say I can't be no more conclude with an audit a VFM audit on the project. Into you want to progress. So that when you are giving an update on the project to the good people of Ghana, you will tell them say in the last 13 months, projects are buying finance and kind. Nemu yakohwe mu no ABC dinti na buying said dan yeden and finance kan. Na buying say if you some biom dem sabeka. But when you come and put out a complete falsehood, a sensational story. Okay. You see, it's not about MPP or NDC. No. Hold on, for your choice of words, say a complete falsehood. Why it's false? An abandoned project is a project that has been ignored and totally called off. That is an abandoned project. A project that is in progress. Buying goes to whatever the issue around it is, so long as government is working towards getting the project done, it's not an abandoned. It's complete grammar. It's English.
No, but when there's a project which is uncompleted, that's a bank say
an uncompleted building is not an abandoned building.
There's
simple English.
There's a completion date. It's not say you na kopesika na say the ba be chef frase a
yabeba no so nyabutre you see me pese anope no ye tenetene nsem we'll come to the foforo no so ye be tenetene nsem
yeah ma foforo no so yeah
they make can say yemboye ho. Let's help ourselves in the conversation, in the development discussion. They say aban Ashasia OC hospital no we do 75% on we get challenges it could be agreement, it could be logistics, it could be funded. If we have a project to be shared, I'm sure. Now, me see a new district assembly. Project design by now you 2-story, first floor, ground floor, first floor. By a share project national. In the use a land in the Tiano. Say I heard you need a 3 or 4 floors. You need a 3 or 4 floors. So what do you say? Until now, project is where there be 2 floors at a cost, at a certain cost. As I said, also end to me, you have 2 options. But I can say, you de area, ebe fairly baby, ebe pono wono, But I can say, you have fairly baby, ebe pono flat land. Near see down. Another option is to say, you be creating another floor.
Yeah.
Using the land, you be creating another floor using the land. Near to me, esi down. At that juncture, the project is started. Now see encounter such challenge where what will happen is that it would affect the project implementation timelines. Every project implementation no akechire kakra. Every project execution no akechire kakra because we have to pause to go and seek for approval from the funding source. We have to pause to make sure that the funding source can support the additional works and the expansion of scope of that job. It is now better say and we this assembly yes. ICC year 2019 no. Oba ye no your 2020 April ye delay 1 year. Nka by na nka be bisa nka be so oh the entire delay because send the assassinate no. They say introduce additional floor. But this additional floor no. They say your funding source you go show be skin be aka ho man ya. They say your value drawings no. They say making sure say even base no cry ya dada no can support it. Then you will not determine it as an abandoned project. I want to put it on record this morning on your station say an abandoned and uncompleted project is not necessarily an abandoned project. It is illogical, it is poor deductive reasoning for anybody to say an uncompleted and ongoing project is an abandoned project.
Okay, right. My medal was now me put this on record. Say, Juma CSOs on healthcare 1 year on the 53 abandoned project. Young Juma as journalist is to interrogate. In the beginning, and the player yes in interrogation. No one guswa. Yeah, no. So I have to put it on record. Now, Kai will say, "Remember, also so I will share. I would say, Yakwenya. Anywhere I will name some health facility CB. Just call in and let us know to see a stage a group. I'm coming from Rameba. Your second guest, so I join here. May introduce you now. Yamakwa baby Adom TV Sunia. We are also live on Asempa 94.7 FM. Nnawotwi Yi and Yeguso Yede Ebro Medin the Chief Jerry Force and we are still trying to interrogate Agenda 111. Now the rationale behind it and even ask how feasible is this whole agenda. Second guest joining Alhaji Mohammed Naziru. Nidino Emdepa. Alhaji. Akwaba. Yeah. Member of the NDC communications team. Alhaji, as I told catch kakra.
Mr. Homesanso, the National Communication Officer of the NDC Zongo
Caucus.
Mintia CSA, they be when it is the Zongo Caucus and the amount for Wefi. If it is something else, Ankawaboni now or you say so. What the one cast of a former disease. Miss Zongo, Miss Sumepe. Anything I've been party, be a mommy.
Apologies. Also, me no unya say you be that on your Zongo Caucus.
Of course. But so what is happening go for me?
Yeah.
Didn't that man go with Zongo? Didn't see that when is Zongo they forget about it. Why?
Patch me why? So you have a
everything
good. Thanks for coming up. Already my name Honorable Dennis Miracles Abuaje Ashen Komono say. In fact, ya chimpa so Obana wuti already so. Ya chimpa baby a project a free air but it looks like Yendru Honti minority more issues with this whole idea of 600 million buying say edaho on release edaho no and many honorable information minister Kojo Ponkroma Kasai Monday on Jason Sem on no chair cry say sikano is sika body mobilization and contractors no omode mobilizing to site but yes sure man say how am was 600 million no any the whole agenda 111 project
yo medas ya the chair so bon so be ma ahwefo na etiefu nyina na enye hawa yawo anka anamontuo bi a de hospital the crèche is one the inch of road krana e de beba won potom a adepa say yechi and I say we frown against the issues nena say politics are ye amamu any democracy no yani a yaji atumu say ye be ye democracy and I say be amamu nsensem and I say be ye say djuma no except what I say yenso ye babo ye hu edjuma no ho ban with enukredie candle so hu nyameka no say ye ne saa no a ebema echirefo no ehu ye mbodembo saa ne kredie no na eye ayira ewo discuss ye efa agenda 1111 enti emra no ebia na yakoja no say na NDC de wo mo ebe gensi ene ne ekeka ho but the issues are very real senior Osha yen minority in parliament raise pertinent issues are demanding answers keke so onya meka onya ema me answer no ano na a convince me say ye koye bibi na imom ankoye say the usual fanfare pump and budgetary associated with MPP abanya na nado dankwa kufado ni baumia edieni ni nti ameka ne sa ne say yes waka chem say wokoyi 600 bi edia to bi a ye be ye mobilization ne ne ekeka ho but one can chere me senior ni aka ebeba omu ye ejuma wie no a ye betuatua omu ebe convince me say at least me ma 1 year me ma 2 years with 3 years na aka ebia ye be wie 3 years no na indeed ye nya ye 101 hospitals are or promising. Those are the fundamental issues. Now, o share send nyoma si kosisi anwa. Ye nyina ye jetu. Se o man no e wo hawo. Se o hawo na o man no e wo mu. Ni titu e sikasem. Se sikasem no nso aban bie ni wa o tubi duandua e tete sika free sa dua no so. Ejuma mienu. Se o be wa kwaje busua. Anase obeje to ewo woman na wetumi e dey raise sika. I mean that fundamentalist ana abambia enye sika unless say e bia wo exploit some natural resources nyankopon e dey amount that exploitation no kra no wo di sika na be so unya make a huge investment as a wetumi enyampaso a ewo mu empredo do no wo mo sika no amana ne eba esa investment no ma kakra ewo echire no yenso etumi nya. Now, everything being equal, near ye can say. So, what catch me say, why you woo, ebe ye be a yes from. One cassa obo who some run say and see what my muda. No, maybe say, oh, ye no, quack see saying. Inside say, won't catch me say, oh, copesi car, yeah, a toy yardage you my moo, now they obey. Anamwa, and no, what catch them say a source of funding for a Jumana obey. Now, a tona yedijino. Since we went into the single spine salary structure, you catch and say 80 to 90% of a tona yediji with you. Then you know, a car, sika yetuya, Emma Ijumayofo. Now, if that is the case, me no I can say you tag for with you. You have to one more year.
You tag former regime.
Former regime, and dra. Let you muscano. And I negotiation. Correct. So I'm giving you an example. One more near Janima
school feeding.
School feeding. When you go up north, do one age because one say you do 2 terms. Me no say COVID-19. Yeah, taxi. COVID-19. Yeah, about yes and taxi Ghana for. One more musiesi COVID-19 kun. One more cost strike vitendra. These are the workers the 95%, 80 to 95% of our internally generated fund. Eyo mo say sika no kra sa sika we nyina ko mo nje no. Wo mo say enso wo mo pedi aka ho. Na nyoma bi wo ho a ye de be ya ama wo mo a. Ye wo mo hu ye. Until all this put together should tell you clearly, straightforward. I was all papa.
So you think agenda 111 over ambitious? Is that
it
what you're
is
saying?
not a matter of being ambitious or less ambitious or being over ambitious.
You are raising questions about source of funding, no?
It is a clear issue of obi and nwachre. Na wo ti ho no, ebi amomo ti ho no. Office sabi o, obetimi de wadwen edi agro. Enti na watu bibi aban we hwe no two ways about the fact to say MPP aban and Nado down for the past 1 month they've been under hot fire. No two ways about that. Aban bia is a strategy. Then you just move away from pressure no eba also no. And what to be to and indeed it is working. And is everybody not talking about Agenda 111? Who again is talking about the health minister and issues are confronting coronavirus as sika yaira ne one ekabio one eka the various audit reporter ne aba uti sika manfo edi wo man mu ha wo mu nam freely one eka ho asem so it can be an agenda so we are making say yede betum na yenya relief kakra yede be bibi let's discuss something as a part of apart from our corruption because the reality of the situation and the thing giving you several examples and decisions. Say, since when did we get to that point? Say, as I say, to me, what problem? School area, you sit down, it will be 10 cities. Now, over fast as I see being so. West Side the same day, and now we can say 20 cities. At our time, they call it corruption.
No, but also in construction, I think that the land is very much critical.
And I'm saying, since when did this start? Did it start last year? Or it started from time memorial? Time now, John Damani, Bahama, AC, Yavaze, Yavaze, circuit interchange. I ever catch it and say, Sa Juma Kitikiti, we, Sika, Yeji, a door sudodo. The same thing with Kaswa interchange. And you no less a person than Nana Dudankwa himself, raising issues with those things.
But Nasu, you agree, say the topography of the land is very important.
And when did he start? I'm not disputing that. I support it. But I said, since when did he start? Since when did the topography of the land and determine the cost of Ejuma Ebe also? Since when? And I don't know my brand Swa. Now, yes, we now one raising issues. Say we are yes, Sika. It's as Obia could see 1,000 bed Nigeria with less amount of money than what we are doing with rich. Since when? Since when did that issue become a factor? John Mahama Breno, so now topography of the land is a factor. That when Obeya calculates and I catch and say, Yedisika and say, Obisi the same classroom block, a course the same. Into one more thing, I was saying, and not issue of topography. So let's be realistic. You think say, because me, my belief is this. Even say MPP and I say NDC, it's now being for the next 40 years. Who the individual, you have only 8 years. Only 8 years and a war, say maximum will be made. Even if it's the same party. As a result of that, and you see, say, ye put ye nimono. Ye will say, ye bisemu, send ye beya, ye and beya, a some phobia, albatross, actually.
Ever say you cool, okay.
So, those are the fundamental issues we are raising. And it behoves on them to give us reasonable, convincing, your friends saying, plans are one with the actual.
Okay, now those are the fundamental issues. The issue of funding, source of funding, Miracle, briefly. You bet me up one kakra. So can you be free here? Where is the money going to come from? The Agenda 111 project.
Answer na you do hono. Enti me come asem no. 88 ne buy no. And no man penny decide say make sure say you cover the entire country because the district be over. Omo geography no crime no. One hospital to me serve and that is what led to the 101 district hospitals. And now man penny kai say Accra psychiatric hospital so no. You're rehabilitating count. Now science mental hospitals so me and now I face 6 new regions no. You're more be a regional hospital. Now Western region. You're more new regional hospital. Now you're converting if you are in Quanta Hospital into a municipal, hospital. Then the main 111. So dream pui. Or man penny akuma so then I dream pa. Na dream no. a ye nyina so ye gitum say eno be ma ye be wie no na I ensure say Ghana ha see ye can e be a number of beds and as a health facilities say what important ma obi etu ni na wenye bi anye hwe krampo no ufi we kura ase na we call district capital na wenya hospital here akwakodem the next level and say oh betumi aye oh ntumi ye oh esododo na ade we kura ko Fiscal free hin oh yes you tag focus strike
oh na see aye dro sika de be free hin fa na
yes you tag focus strike yes we focus strike nti ade ye wo sika ade na emfa bon you see this is not the very first time Omampedi Nana Danko Akufo-Addo in particular o shia sa brofo me kind of pessimism and I say tree pessimism you can say me nyin this say betumi aye no this is not the first time Nana Danko Akufo-Addo experiences are in fact if you embrace oba be move owo position crampo no he experienced it owo position and no see oba or the free senior high school beba no the same NDC for omo ye demonstration sponsor advert almost about 80 say enya de obetumi na okwa Fiscal free the same question I'm carrying. They raised the same money issue when another wanted to implement free SHS. In fact, yeba aben mukrana ye share free SHS as you know. Omo call parliament said they were going to block the government from using oil revenue in sponsoring and I say funding free senior high school. And another is on record to have said say the yamba CK nyina kra be hwe mana ono he is ready to commit and ensure that is done. And now me know can say that single audacious policy of ensuring say every senior high school going age Ghanaian na yanwe and down that say possible. We thought say it was only Kwame Nkrumah that could do it in the 50s, you know. And it is done in Ghana and I am normal. And then you can free SHS I say but it was a big deal. And I am normal. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo the same person. Oba be mo say oba making sure say teacher trainees and nursing trainee obe momo allowances obe restore man because na this etwem almost sike ni wo enya de ebetumi aye and he has done it. If the same people are coming to tell you say Nana do so basing 111 hospitals known to me here, why should I be bothered?
Okay, so
I shouldn't be bothered because my historical background because
yes,
it is deliberate. They know say in this country it is possible for us to raise revenue whether internally or externally to execute 111 hospitals. They know. But you see, just as it is in the nature of the NDC, you know, as I say, when be on my first one at the passe, eba on my own you know, that's all first. But send ya nembrebiano, ye no, and your money tea, and common tea and can pay their benny and can famba. 2020, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo a committee $100 million, which is about 600 million. From Sika Yakoji from Eurobond. I almost around beside and say, Bosiana boy, you're the other, me boy. If you know. Sabosiana Yakobo, you know. Nanado, you must 600 million Ghana cedis. Ekoto was a Yafanto. Na Yanfa Sasika way and Shas see a debabesi, a friend is saying, the 111 hospitals. Or the SAS cannot command the Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund. Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund, or my Jumane say, and this is a fund that was set up purposely for a reason. O my Jumane say, Ombe boa no ma pesca, no ma boa boescano, near to be this Asicano. Aye impuntu Juma ACC are dying invest. It can even be done with private sector, private partnership near there. Who do you say Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund? Omo was source of funding me on the VAT. So them say,
yeah.
Who do you say it was utu ya VAT be a sikani kakra kosa safo to him. You're aware. I just want to be sure you're aware.
Yeah.
Good. And see, if the project is being funded by the GIF and the seed money has been given to them and they are supposed to raise money to be able to pay for the projector, you don't come and the same person come and ask and say, Fiscal free. Say, as I saw one penny and I don't go Akufo-Addo. A sign called Eurobond. No, they see 111 hospitals in my area. Me, Dennis, as a Ghanaian citizen, I will vote for it.
Okay.
No, are you getting my point?
I get you.
Good.
I get your point.
Wherever he's going to raise the funds from, as it stands now, he has already committed $100 billion. I think even in the 2021 budget, some allocation has been done in the...
No, in the 2021 budget, I don't think there was any mention on any expenditure
it's
for
there. No, but it is.
What I remember, where your appendix 4D, expenditure allocation and utilization of 2020 COVID-19 budget. And Mamisha 3.1, there's a provision of health infrastructure, Agenda 111, district and regional hospitals, for which 600 million
that is
has been
2020. And then 2020 now can you?
Yes.
Yes, 2020, say 2021. It is mentioned in the budget that the Agenda 111 policy, projects, would continue. It is there in the budget, in the 2021 budget. Read it.
Okay.
If you give me time, I'll read it to you. Please, let me speak.
No, but you are speaking. We want clarity.
You are interrupting
I'm
me.
not part of the...
Let him do it.
No, I want clarity. I can't ask for clarity.
Let him do it. The government has already shown us where the funding for the money is going to come from. And we are not supposed to raise funding for the entire project in one budget allocation. It can be done over 3 budgets period. 2020 2021, even 2023, because you see, the project is starting in 2021. It's a 2021 budget mobilization.
Then it's about the first question I'm minority raising in their press release, and almost say, did government release 600 million for the Agenda 111 in 2020 as per the Ministry of Finance's statement? And when did this happen?
It was allocated.
Why was this not captured in the 2021 budget?
You see, forget about the gimmicks. In 2020, the 600 million was allocated to the... can you stop? Can you stop?
No.
It's gimmicks. But it's not the first time. It's gimmicks. Now It's gimmicks.
Our parliamentarians
do not distract me. Do not distract me. Let me speak. Don't distract me. It is not pertinent.
And that is the reason he's here to respond to them.
They are raising non-far questions. They are non-far. Who do non-far?
Well,
non-far.
So respond to the question.
Non-far. Say who be that question? Be a far. They na ye come once more. Me say yes. I am non-far. Let me explain to you.
Question I'm minority for besides.
I am non-far. Other than I'm church. Me say. Abai in 2020, I declare say you have see hospitals 111. You could jiska about $2 billion be 2 billion euro bond. Ye yimu 100 million. And they are towards a sasika way. You fan come Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund for. Omom bob we sika ye infrastructure. You fan we indi kan mom. No bob we bin kan. They should find the money. Omom bob we bin kan. Ni am fan 111 projects. Ya true. 2021 budget you buy and you say catch you say yes so towards our project so 2022 you best see your budgetary friend is saying allocation for them. If you come and ask me say first can matter if you make first can meetings can make free Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund me the big credit the momo and almost some invest no more boys can why do you come and ask me again and you know far okay maybe some answer me and you know
I've been gone for the interview back. I would have.
No, but let me conclude. I was truncated.
You have enough time. You have enough time.
No, any time, no. Some of the things.
So you jot them down. Why? Jot it. Why?
The presidency is 111 hospitals. We did the sika at home. Watch the baby. Sika and coding for you. We watch the GIF on his mumbo scan. Se do baby na se yenyes ka kwana se pray the back of bobo sia kra afia man no de ba obako obaba e kwan of fast o dinje school dey free senior high school e kwan of fast o dinje ska o de ambulances 300 ba Ghana sa kwan na se three ambulance 300 sa kwan na betimi afa so na DC hospitals one
okay nazi ma membra ho
se ye kasana ye serious ye man yo ye nyina ye man ye sika ho asem na ye kan irrespective of say me party and we na ewa aban mu and say me kasa against a particular aban no at the end of the day you say ye nyina na esika no yenya homfaso. That is all we are talking about. But if we reduce the argument to say and we can na me parent here and ya asemo a we say ye fa no then I don't think it defeats even the purpose of democracy. Ni America no very simple. Say indeed ye tie the Minister of Finance Obijina Parliament, indeed, even when he came for the media review, when he raised the issue of Agenda 1111 again, Omokache Yemayeti as a pepe said, Womo be used to Ghana Sika internally generated, Omonkobobisia, and find yes, I do. This clearly stated what they are telling us. And then he has a Yakobo Bisia been a idea, seed money, and on the other beshas here. So clearly you see the inconsistencies that will begin to arise as a result of the point and source of funding. Now,
but he's been very clear on the source. So your argument
very clear saying on the source saying what is the clarity of the source that they've gone to borrow money. And I'm telling you, say that borrow money is telling us, say, you could free security, you seed money, and you come Ghana infrastructure, then, you know, woman, at the best starters or moon copies can come home. It contradicts what the minister himself told us in parliament to say it is going to be an internally generated fund if you don't come up with for yes, to away. That is what I'm saying. It doesn't contradict the two.
The minister has never said that.
He said it will not contradict.
Meba.
Okay, say internal generated fund.
Me Kaipa say me ne kodo upon kroma twetwe nkomo. He also made mention of
I said government of Ghana.
Say J.
GOG now they can say GOG sika. I know they can say GOG sika. Then they GOG sika.
I beg you, it's my time. Me
na
make us say
you can say GOG fund. Then they GOG fund.
Bato Manikasa.
I won't even trouble you.
Dennis, Bato Manikasa. Alaji.
You see, these are the issues we are talking about. And who could go upon Nkrumah again and play those his interview? They made all of us to understand that it is not a Juma Omoko free Sikaba. And initially, right now here, a Juma no cry started contradicting a catch and say a free Sikabida here, seed money, the back. So all this contradiction contributes to the reasons why I also have some questions, because at the end of the day, it shouldn't become a major issue. And again, sir, you say can't be do a budget more. It doesn't and does not mean say your allocation amasa at the end of mention. Because I can give you several examples. What call MPP for between 2017 to 2020? What for budget? Some of the promises of the same hospital health facilities. Say you see hospital are my prisons for I was unyane. Or see military hospital back home, Tamale. Or maybe see hospital Mienu, one in Sunyani for the northern sector, one in the eastern region also for the southern sector on the some disease control something or more. All in their 2016 manifesto. And if you take the budget, there has been mention of it on several occasions. I ever kind budget. Project now make catch you as a secret anyway.
Okay.
But it has been mentioned in the
budget. But Dr. Banakuso Nafi, Mema Nakwaba Doc, 53 abandoned projects. My Kwame na mufa so enya sa 53 abandoned projects here muche say under this government health project ye ja to no Doc Wadaroma ye fe no chase
yo me damase me chia obi bia our Ghana me chia o panelist mo ho no na ma first akonya so chia members of the Ghana Coalition on NGO in Health ya to say all the districts in Ghana. The kind said Sama me national chair no na aban ka say ombe 88 hospitals across the country no na already no na your members no every district in Ghana. So we wanted to find out. Just within a day, we were able to collate physical projects that are now higher suspended and are on commission. What we as civil society, health coalition, any other think tank organizations advocating for health improvement, NSF, the dia abaye biano, yeni omu ni kaka bia, yeni achinje bia, memu anyema mienu na wasa abaye eye. Kama omu opposition no, ye can't boa omu ba government. Samra omu government, omu person omu ye opposite. There are two things. Health is not just medicine or treatment. Health is also social. And if you are providing social and health services, you need to get in touch with the social structures in Ghana. And these are the stakeholders are here. Omanfua sabio yenti na muwa baimuno. So I'm passing yeni muwa dinsa wuswana. Stakeholders engagement. You see, government should not bring an idea and be chastised even though it's a good idea. Government should bring the idea emanating from the people. so that districts are almost no site no beneficiaries are use facility no be no fine and announce you reduce those anxieties you amount for started air camp over the last 1 week. That's one feedback I had in my mind.
Okay, but Doc, on the first feedback today, do I get the feeling, say, on Agenda 111, as a coalition of NGOs on health, there were no consultations about anyone and share even how to go about it. Is that the case, Dr. Banaku?
Yeah, we have been part of the health sector working group, and other 17 sub-health groups are at Ghana. But sometimes, as if you say, a bank announced the minister and Director General of Ghana Health Service, NTV, and Kajo coalition. I dream saying a bank person or debate. Most of my dreams to say we keep on violating the principles in health service delivery. Sir, we are the official civil society on all the working groups of the Ghana Health Service in the Ministry of Health. But over here, a radio sooner. I think that the Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service, need to change that perception. Sir, not the idea, but when we are major stakeholders and we are not part of the process, nobody's against infrastructure provision, but it helps the stakeholders to understand it better. For example, we are behind the scene talking to strategic groups. We are part of the health system in Ghana. It cannot be eroded. So all that Ministry of Health, Ghana Health need to do is that involve the major stakeholders appropriately and timely. And Emma said, you among work can answer any other department, but the papa 1% even at least one district facility a bit must sustain pressure a work regional to the district. That's why the regional referrals are not doing well because the idea was almost Sunwalk district not one move they are called regional. And so they don't have time for the major mandate of the regional health facility. So they are mixing malaria treatment with major surgical interventions. And all because government is not involving major stakeholders in planning and implementing and managing health issues in the country. That's the first feedback.
Okay.
The second feedback is if you are talking about district health facility, what is the standard? Where is it in the Ministry of Health policy? Is everybody aware that when we talk about district health facility, this is the standard? I heard about some of the pronouncements made by even the government, and I just stumbled. I said, you are building a district facility and you have never mentioned mental health unit in a district hospital. It is a violation of the Mental Health Act and even constitutional provision, because mental health is now part of us. And you are putting on a district health facility, you have mentioned all the units within the facility, and you have ignored mental health, which is a major issue now in Ghana. What we say, suicide is ongoing everywhere in the country. What we say, the Mental Health Act says that we must establish such facilities at the regional and district level. But this was not mentioned even by the president when he was launching the Agenda 111. So who are the stakeholders really getting involved? It's not only the Minister of Health and the Ghana Health Service. They are just less than 10% of the whole health system. So why are we continuously not involving major stakeholders to help make things so much easier and smooth for initiation, implementation, and post-management of health facilities in Ghana?
Okay. Okay, Doc, yam brought back to the 53 abandoned projects, you know. My regional breakdown per MoMA assessment. We really want to find out, Doc.
No, for now, no, I can't give you the statistics because now my vice has now become the national chair.
Okay.
And then yesterday, I was in Atewu, so I couldn't have a handful of the current data. So on another platform, maybe from Monday going, when we get to the office. But the truth of the matter is that some of those abandoned facilities are still lying there.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the status of how many, some have been used. For example, before COVID, Yanimo Ekasaya Efa, the University of Ghana Medical Center. Yet Kasa Ebe says, "Ma ansana aban ebe hunse, ehube he has they should start using that facility."
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
but you see, and Ruth says, "Man, COVID by you use her as the major center."
Okay, Doc, as a coalition, what is your understanding of an abandoned facility, Madaroma?
There are so many types of abandoned facilities.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many. Some of them were started by not the previous NDC government, but were started by other governments. We were abandoned. That is one. There were some of them which was initiated by the immediate government.
Mm-hmm.
That is, the NDC government.
Mm-hmm.
And they were also abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the major ones, many. They are spread all over, especially the cheap facilities.
Okay.
Then there are some of them who were ready for use. They are not 60% complete, they are not 80% complete, but they were just ready for use. And they were also not commissioned by the current government. And then some of them, there were units of the facilities that were constructed within a major health facility that were not commissioned for use. So some of the health leaders decided that, say, commission, you be used to. Until that's how I told initially, I said, there are so many types of abandoned health facilities across the country.
Okay, and per moment understanding that say I say be abandoned that sir NHA doc.
But I'll say,
let me be say same kakra wo dia man say mu putting say 53 abandoned health projects are say na mo pesa mo kire doc.
It means that even those that were completed were not put to use, and those that were halfway were not continued, and those that were almost ready were not made ready to be used. So that is the categories.
Okay, but do you take it a step further to find out bia na project at said the because it be a financing and a loan agreement and one about some kakra, do you take it that far?
Yes. So when the health facility is planned with stakeholders, all the necessary things right from inception, construction, finishing, commissioning, post-commissioning are taken care of. And so even if they were put there and the finishing were not there, it is the responsibility of government to furnish them and put them to use.
I see. After Yambra, the standard of a district hospital, already where is it concerned about mental health unit? I said, Kanina, Ebasa, Agenda 111 project, what is the standard? I said, hospital, BITME, each district hospital. Doc.
This question should be asked and answered by the Minister of Health and the Director General of Ghana Health Service.
But Mona more failed. You are a coalition of health NGOs. Expectations, but then I'm not sure anymore. So I can say a real district hospital we are. And then they see a woman.
That's why I'm saying that WHO has a standard.
Yes.
A district, a regional, which normally is a referral, and a primary healthcare facility. And to know what is Ghana's definition for cheap compound? What is Ghana's definition for polyclinic? What is Ghana's definition for district health facility? What is Ghana's definition for referral facility?
Mm-hmm.
We need to be clear. You and I need to know clearly about a standard facility in Ghana based on the guidelines from WHO.
Oh yeah. Doc Pacho, obejina so be 1 minute amame. Dennis, you share common no say, I mean, raising some of these issues. In fact, you were particular about the 53 abandoned projects, no? And now Dr. Benaku is here. The response, no, my member of Honum, quickly enough.
I think my point is very well made. Like I said, the definition of abandoned was very important, and without which it clouded the entire discussion. And maybe, Doc, next time, you know, some more years you may clarify, because like I said, so what can say project B has been abandoned. Let's just say a project that we just were writing off. Maybe I won't sign down. But I'll give you an example. Me see your friend is saying Chips compound. Oh, Obosuma say Chips compound no me see my source for my friend is saying equipment eba bigu. Ukoye no nesi ho. E be 3-4 months you use here, and then you report on it says an abandoned project. And if you 6 months you use here, you report on it says an abandoned project. It sort of clouds the discussion. And I'm very happy to say he sort of tried to explain and define what the abandoned means. And I think their definition is a bit inaccurate in terms of
really?
Yes. Because you see, when you say catch and say, I buy a BBC hospitals for. Now, Sasikano, I didn't think I am from Korea. Wouldn't say that's the premise of this discussion. The premise of this discussion is that a lot of you in the space have raised issues. Your abandoned projects. There's been reports.
But Dennis,
let me make my point. Then you understand it is not legitimate because your concern was based on an incomplete information. Because your concern was based on the fact that there are abandoned projects via buying and so a pesika now see a pesika be for.
No.
Oh, but what does now then any other raise concerns? Now say maybe a project now say a commission keka make commission na mako use there. Why are you raising concerns say me commission and no answer me receive for? That was the premise. Let's be honest. The honest truth was that some of you raised concerns say there are 53 projects we are buying and so this sikako we on here. Now we get to us or pay sikako we for. Now they not untenable. Even the synopsis you sent me, it wasn't there. I don't blame you. Your position was based on the fact that there were some 53 abandoned projects. And I'm telling you that from doctor's explanation, it is clear. Say, not the abandoned project is not necessarily a project buying and non-conquer. He has said that.
No, but
what it means is that
facility now as we speak, just because a beer padlock na yen ton fantum anase yen commission anase aka pan be yen miensa na numbi ana fidie be say to gum nti yen use a I mean
when I come and sit on TV or radio, I like to deal with context and the issues. There are two different issues here. Number one, who send me synopsis, who say, and I'll raise a question with me saying, "Are they and are buying our projects are own year?" Now I'll say, "I'll copy Sikabe na." And the crime for the NDC have even said, "Say, I buy end to me yet because of it to me I don't copy Sikabe the order than." And I'm a catcher. I will say, "It is not true." So we have 53 abandoned projects, and that each of the projects that are there had various stages. In fact, I even went ahead to tell you, say, a place like Shama Akrade, and Shah say because of A, B, C, D. I explained to you with the Vamed scenario. And I said the coalition should have done us some good by giving us updates and details of each of the projects and the status therein. Then we can know, say, discussion, no? Are we well placed by asking government to pause on 111 so that he will use the money to complete this? Or these are ones with different scenarios? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So your position now, who making initially, you know, was flawed because of the premise. Say, there were 53 projects we are and then the science Pesca, obviously 111. And I told you, and I'm telling you again, say, we do not have 53 abandoned projects.
What can
it is not true. Each of the projects that are outstanding, whether it is for commissioning, whether it is for tooling, whether it is for roof, you know, are different stages with different, you've heard they say, explanations as to where they are in terms of the implementation. Genuinely, there are some also, they have been abandoned. I've told you, for example, Yambe inherited Bakwa 45 years ago, that is a genuine case of abandonment. But the MPP government, since we came to office, have crystallized all the projects. You aggregated projects in and you're making sure say at least each project, irrespective of where it is, is being tracked. If you are sikana sa, sikeni work at the ministry has explained say read negotiations and read discussions to find funding for those projects. Oko raise issue bisa ebe genuine, ebe legitimate.
Okay.
But okani nyina fra, na okani nyina bomb sana. It's sort of a confusing discussion. Another ama ene yeka 111 project asama enunti no obi akoko fa sa asam na ba beka say because aban 53 abandoned projects ntino. Ye enkoye no say aban 11 but they are not connected.
Okay. Nasu, my major quick response from Dr. Benakun Nafi, member of Doc. I'm saying Honorable Dennis Miracle Sabwaje Eka, on I mean, near friend abandoned project and what from their part. Quick response, Doc. Nafi Inja Kwani back to studio. Hello, Doc. What's the I think yeah, Doc. Doc.
No, I do not want to comment again. From one only discussion, I don't want to go into political discussion. We are talking about natural justice. We are talking about health. That we don't have to political health. If a facility is there and it's not being put to use, what is it? Let's forget about the use of semantics and playing around with words and stop the substantial issues. Health issues cannot be compromised. That's what my brother should know. On a national television, he's trying to compromise health.
How?
That is
unfair to me. I am interrogating what the work
wait.
No.
Compromising health.
I am interrogating the work you've done.
I
can't do that.
Any issue with his definition, but we should look at health first. As people by the Constitution, as enacted by other public health policies, and as people by the Mental Health Act. I want to put it to him that he should reflect and see what is their mandate as government or representatives of the people. What are they supposed to do for the people? Naturally, let's not play with words and try to find excuses. If a facility is there for more than 4 years, it's not completed. What is it? If a facility is completed and is not put to use, what is it? If a facility is initiated and is not continuous, what is it? Why would you want to build on new facilities and not completing old facilities? These are natural issues that we need to ponder over and take serious action than to try to play around words that are synonymous. And I don't want to go into politics, but I'm not a politician. I'm a health advocate. I'm a medical sociologist. So I understand deeply health systems across the world.
Okay, but Doc,
and I understand what Ghana is doing. I have served Ghana for 17 years on health intervention. So I really understand issues in the health sector, and I think that we should be natural about our discussions to make health holistic and accessible to everybody.
Okay, Doc. The final question now for your Agenda 111 is feasible, and from where you sit, over ambitious. Dr. Benakun,
yes, I'm not government again to answer this, whether it's feasible or not feasible. But I hope government is listening to the two feedback I gave them. One, stakeholder engagement is very critical. Government can never do it alone successfully in the health sector without involving the critical masses in the health sector. Two, government needs to get everybody along to define what they mean by chip compound, referral facilities, district-based facilities, so that all stakeholders who matter in contributing to this standardization play their part. So it makes project initiation, implementation, management, and post-management very successful. We need to minimize the politics in health and pick up the real health system improvement approach. That's what we need to do now.
Okay. Dr. Gabriel Benako, my enda was na yemfa ANC ha. Yada sepa Dr. Gabriel Benako ni no to train komono or chairman coalition of NGOs in health. And no akasa no. Alaji ma member also. Former chairman, sorry. Former chairman.
But ye submission. Clearly, question obisano are very, very important. The fact is, for me, that is it. So, obviously, feasible, and answer feasible. And from his point of view and a professional, or catch yourself on to me answer that question. Certainly, by that, there is questions about the feasibility of the job. By that would be answer no cry. So it tells you, say, it is legitimate from the part of many other Ghanaians who will raise questions with regards to plans are buying a war. But yami ya kese me wanwa. Minua minim say why the chief executive da. Na ono na adwen no on abandoned projects. And the perception or the definition of abandoned projects. Say project was a won't pay you and on a abandoned project. I mean, by the analysis how the amount is as a project no now say various stages of completion and then you abandon. You see, and on a Ghana for young. This such statement is as a Ghana for and I more MP before. With you inclusive, then as the chief executive, country Ghana was a John Dramani Mahama abandoned President Kufuor housing project in an all year work. That project was in various stages of completion. I remember very well at that time, the Minister of Works and Housing, what is his name? Collins Dowda, Honorable Collins Dowda, and a Bayer minister at that time. Ye bisa no all castle, Sikano na internal generated fund. Now, Sassika Semono and a how so they are looking to partner with Snake in the Yakikam. Sanya Bay or Mobile Sa project. They were in process. There was even meeting in negotiation. But you people, that was your position then. Say that project has been abandoned. Until that, with that same justification, no be catcher will say more abandoned 51 health facilities and I say health projects are yeah or my more. Oh dear, ne will be defining abandonment. Actually, say what parents so dear. Say ye say I no entry abandoned. I mean the inconsistency, the lack of candor, and nema among whom we and as politicians because it is more of wo party about power and the Cambodia, wo party opposition. That is not the issue, and I liked it the way COS Papano Kasai, yeah, catch us it is health. Most of us are TV way, and I say YT radio. Yeah, will be any bit media we don't have it. And indeed, a band we are this week. Then and a wadan it, Suban Bain and a wadan in terms of, I mean, in some waka, Afa, Yareni, Yarehuns, and some Ewagana. And no bit media general. What did we say? Always the issue of the Legon Medical Center. Kasawa, Obia Kasawa Kroma. And at the end of the day, you must say, hope and a quiet penny for Wagana, Womunya Corona, one a day or moko. And could be two sana mono, and Yasa Yansa no and Case, ye could ye nimuna, dear be Yagana Pony, now one starting can net yet be. So ye Case abandoned product, not project, no, this like or person redefining my area. Let me be son. I want to ask him the current state of Yavazai Commander Sugar Factory as we speak now. Is it an abandoned project and I say a project ongoing? Those are the issues I got from now. The country said there's no project. I said abandoned. I'm so surprised to hear that. Yes, what make us oh ABS Kano would be an onyanya.
But we have to be fair to Dennis. Now by he gave specifics on Bebia. For instance, some of the project and said I think he gave specifics on maybe a loan agreement. No, let me give you this one. Okay, yeah. On the Dodowa Formena Kumewu Abetifi Garu Timpani Sekendi and Takrade district hospitals. Or say works are currently stalled, awaiting approval for the extension of the loan agreement Ministry of Finance, however, has concluded VFM audit on the project. The contractor is yet to be mobilized to site.
So,
I mean, just to be fair to him.
So what does that mean? So it means the work has not been abandoned, and I'm in the maker someone working. It means, sir, the work has not been abandoned.
You answer it yourself.
No, you have just read to me.
No. But what is your understanding of what I just read? What is your understanding of what I just read?
Why I want to know from me, I want to know from you. It means that the project has not been abandoned.
Answer it for him. What is answer?
No, they may be saying, or you don't take me here.
When you spend factless issues.
No. Manelande.
Host maybe someone say, may say someone working kind. I know that say as someone be kind, you know, say redefining of project I abandon. That is my position. And I'm saying from what you have read, it means what? Say project has not been abandoned or what?
But these are concerns that Ghanaians are all raising. I mean, it means that the project has not been finished. But there's an explanation coming.
And I'm saying which of the projects do we have in this country explanation anymore? I gave you the example, typical example of the affordable housing project at Kufuor. I gave you a typical example. You know, say internally generated fund. One free sika will be the sika be ni wa. Yeah, kasa o sika no da bank aye de be yes project. Unlike the project aye koye wo Saglame. If you did it one one, yeah, you betimi yi e wo mu no, then we'll put it in that project. MPP former yet ya say wo krom, you are here. Say we abandoned that project. And I'm telling you that at a time when we were even negotiating with SNIT and other your friends, say one more befa. Now, Wamunya profit in the that is what it was described to us. Say, John Dramani Mahama abandoned project. Why is it that today in Nanado and we are giving the same example? You are reading some things to us to tell us what? As someone working to suggest what said the project has not been abandoned or what? It is the same thing. What can go baby? So we are the same place at there. And can say, your boy homebody, that is the reason why I to about a year buying. And yes, if it's the Casadians, and could be able to be a Casa. The fact as we speak today, and I say the abandoned projects, a dorsum. A buying way, or Sika, not internally, or make me resist Sika. Finish some of them. It will be very helpful to the people. Rather than say, I want to all cost TV before. Because as I speak to you, my customers way on this program on several occasions. Then you can take your cameras. Uko baby to say Okankwe Center. Just here. Okankwe Center is between Peace FM, La Paz, Fadama, Nini Ekikam. What say schools? 18 units you have the classroom block. I have 2 story. Me and son and a yes sa constituency. And Kuala Nimo Moko class. Some of the children even extra, you have the dilapidated structure and it's the same classroom to MBA. You know, it is disheartening. Today, Uko Commander Sugar Factory, the people of Commander are very worried. Mwanga carried a story in it 3 days ago. The situation at Commander Sugar Factory.
Yes.
When you know into all those things, have not been abandoned by his definition. Because the government is thinking what to do with it. It does not.
Allow me to say. Now, what you do, my dear, my try your home, quickly enough, maybe a phone lines. No, I don't think we can even have time for St. Monica's.
No, so you don't.
But it's here. Well, Babio, now what you do, my dear, we are live on Adom TV and also on Asempa 94.7 FM. Oshe time now, we have just a little bit of time, just under 7 minutes. Now, yeah, sorry, so Mame MBA phone lines, you know. Well, now in fact, just few calls. We are not the final comments now, but now sorry. 0302-211-701, 211-702, 211-703. Ya come on, bebre. Na also so free, baby, I free fi ubodin. Na fi wako wasem so 0302-211-701, 211-702, 211-703. Nafi, Yemfa also so wadwin. There's a birthday wish here that I would want to do. And so Nafi my phone lines, you know. So we say happy birthday to Stephanie Entry from your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Entry. And Nafi Unyanmunina, the message here is may the Lord give you long life and prosperity. Enjoy your day on this day. Enti we nkoma dachi hene nana yaw asante ana odebaye Obama wa homa no so Obama good morning yenti you
CJ Jamia to you enkawa no
enka so Obama
CJ mamembo wa bejafo abasuti tiru aye inyura aye miracle gensabwaji this submission in fact emuda oba nyankopon hia no se wa kire ensem akire Ghana fo na ye nuanom NDC fo sebi omo ye omo se omo bedi amawe suda anase abanya we suda hwe mu bedi mfie enwotwe the late mills and former president John Mahama wo buy no omampeni ekufuado omampeni kufo this project ay affordable housing me no ka se koforo dia de atesi remu omo buy 8 years am to block back kai anka ho and mo ka se Ghana for say mo friends ay omampeni kufo mpeso hospitals are all shut say osi when we am buy am so much me we no mo say omampeni kufo ejewo anya no kure say omampeni kufo asia nia aka room na oguso ade otwaso ye na no this phone policy bi a kire Ghana for wonye bi na omampeni kufo ne mapa oye no on fa for Omangana yakubon share.
Okay, men call mankind so mankind no kasa free yenti o. Elembele mankind yenti o.
Yeah, mamichia Fedible ya chama na michia Jombodo. Na kaka ebe kan se ye nua pipi no te ho no. Wo school ye nua disi no pa. Menua adi bi ya go send this for ticket against bia no. Na se so no na ebe po Ghana for. Adi bi ya monitor we general, senior general. Bibi abon send this for be so ne tia e challenge bisa question no na be bo Ghana for Ghana enkwaje nyina ya ndisi agenda 1111 obelembere ha ye need this hospital wa nti sa agenda we me ya embrace no ya nyina ya gitum nti the source of funding no kra no me de kwa na nya masam de here ne se hospital na si wo na Ghana for ana elembere for anya hospital papa kwa sayare wo that head Ghana na beko kosi.
Okay, mankind me that say.
NDC ene Mahama na ma Ghana enkoso.
All right. Mankind me that say on the source of funding no crowd there. Enyana sem. When you Cecil, is that Cecil?
Me frefia Mankasi.
Okay, so for us Mankasi enti opening.
Minia the woman say me ma to Obama MPP. Ma to Obama NDC. But problem ayo Ghana ha. Especially ye nuanom bi akanfo ni bi. Yan kan kware nkyere MPP and am a problem I be playing yan kan kware.
All right, yeah, the best NPP for phobia ebio. Yeah, sorry, Dennis, 1 minute.
Oh, CJ, I need more.
Yeah.
Did can it's obvious say and I'm not paying.
CJ, but what time
I have less than 3 minutes.
Until or catch us on to mean do 1 minute.
No. I have less than 3 minutes. But 1 minute. Why, Mr. Dennis? Madarama.
Monitor. Clearly, no, and we've established two things. We've established that it is not a fact. Say, abandon 53 abandoned projects, we just over 111 projects. No, correct. With the list number, my chair projects are abandoned we a betoye, any baby idea could do. Do na ye. Meme definition of abandoned project. A project are abandoned, will buy a beto say abandoned and a chassis. Na mu fiti embra oba e we jato wa wonya wo hwe a won fa won san kae eno ene the no abandoned project me no can say most of the projects e beto here including even their other how be 45 years ago Confanoche maternity ward ko MPP aban ya ba 20 let's bring now 2012 project chance here 2012 under the NDC o mo ntumi wie e ba ye the Nsabek e ba 2015 2016 2014 dodo na ye wie e wo multimedia or momo platform
okay.
So, but 1 minute in the
okay.
In the secondly, finally, so the American say agenda 111 no a project ebe Ghana man. Ebe make sure say every district in Ghana will have a district.
Yes, sorry.
What near support it na ehu anopa. Na from to
NDC your commitment to say apomudin ho nsensem ye betimi aye bibia fa ho ebe Ghana for is glaring for everybody to see. Indeed, John Mahama, enya kwan ebetena so. Ade a odi nani eto so kese eye apomudin ho nsensem from cheap compounds, polyclinic, hospitals, districts. Indeed, in our 2020 manifesto, promise oye kese and say this new regions are ya create no womo abeka ho. Womo any facilities are be tunyama womo regional regions. nti promise ba ko dem a mo say mo nyina no kra no okusi your friends say regional hospitals are ma wo mo ebeboa accommodate hun so our commitment to
Medase pa Dennis Miracle Saboaje and so medase within the chief jury force na outwe dwumaji na me adoma that's ene ye be san so ahia yakra mo